All right, Loza, bring us up to speed, mate. What's the go?
As it stands at the moment, Robbie Farah will be captain. Obviously disappointing news for Gal. I just spoke to him again just then. He's quite distressed, I suppose, that he can't be there. It's a big game for him. It's a big game for our state. He's our leader. We wanted him there, but we had to make a call in the best interest of the team. And unfortunately, he's not going to be right. So it's a loss.
What changed though? Because he was originally going to be given until Sunday.
Yeah, in consultation with Nathan Gibbs, the doctor, Nathan felt as though what he was able to do today and what he may be possibly able to do on Sunday wouldn't have been a great deal of difference. And deep down, I think he knew that he wasn't going to be right, but he was wanting to play, and in the end, he's made a courageous decision because he's put the team before the individual. And I think anyone that knows Gal knows how passionate he is and how much it means to him. And to not be playing in a game like this is pretty disappointing. So, but for us, we'll stay positive. We'll regroup, and the guys have left camp. They'll have 24 hours away, and not try and stay nice and relaxed and stay as positive as they can be, and we'll come ready to play again on Sunday.
And what does it mean in terms of the team? What changes have you had to make? Who comes in?
Aaron Woods will come in. He'll come in to start in the front row.
So you'll resist the temptation to start with Fafita?
I think Andrew's played his best football off the bench this year for the Sharks, and he certainly played well in Origin 1 and 2 for us off the bench. And I don't want to tinker with that. Aaron was there in game 2 through a suspension to James Tarmo, and we thought he played quite well. He originally wasn't selected because James came back in, but he's the obvious choice. He's the guy we had on standby for Gallen, and now he's got his opportunity.
Is there a chance to make it? Will this change your bench at all, Laurie?
Oh, that's something that we'll determine a little bit later on.
When did you still a chance to play?
Oh, look, there's 5 guys that have been training. And again, we'll make that decision at some stage later in the week.
And Laurie, obviously quite a delay with this press conference now. Can you explain what sort of discussions were happening in there?
Oh, just a meeting about strategy going forward and what we plan to do. So it just took a little bit longer than what we thought.
When did you tell the team?
I told the team after training. I had a discussion with Gal, and that's always quite difficult when someone's emotional. For us, we needed to show our support behind him, and Gal's focus was on the team being right and the preparation being first class. So. That's where we're at, and that's where we'll be.
Was Gal emotional?
Oh, look, he was. He's a big, tough guy, but this means so much to him. He's probably dreamt about it for 12 months, and to have something taken away like that when you want it so bad is devastating.
How big a loss?
What did you say to him?
Oh, I just said, bad luck. Told him I want him to be around camp as much as possible, stay positive, and he'll be involved in our preparations. So he'll help out, be a part of the coaching staff, and he'll be there as he would as if he was playing.
How big a loss is it? Like, just describe, he's such a big part of the team, an inspirational leader. How are the boys going to get up for this without him?
Yeah, look, it's up to everyone to obviously dig a lot deeper. We've got to share Gal's workload. We've got to be, one hand, we're disappointed for him, but on the other hand, we've got to be really positive about where we're going, and we will be. The guys are pretty excited for Woodsy to get another opportunity. I know that Woodsy will be looking forward to playing in front of his home crowd. On one hand, you feel disappointed for Gal, but on the other hand, you've got to be positive and move forward, and that's what we'll do.
What's the future for Gal, considering that next year he's going to be 32, and if you lose the series, you're probably going to have to look to maybe blood some young blokes. Do you think this could be his last series?
I think that'd be a decision that Gal would make, certainly on form. The way he's playing, he'd always be selected. So I'm assuming he keeps his form, he's injury-free. As far as I'm concerned, it wouldn't be his last series. I don't know what he's thinking, but I know that he's pretty proud New South Welshman, and I don't think he'd ever turn down the opportunity to represent this great state.
Have you spoken to Robbie Farah about being captain?
No, I have spoken to Robbie, yeah. And Robbie, it was funny with Robbie because he's good mates with Gal, and he felt for him straight away, and I congratulated him, and you're expecting a massive smile, but it wasn't. It was pretty tough because you know your mate's doing it tough, and you don't want to seem as though you're jumping up and down on his grave, so to speak. So he's good. He's gone away to think about it, and assuming the captaincy comes big responsibilities.
The Queenslanders seem to have been having a bit of a holiday up there, but you guys have been doing it tough. Now you've lost your skipper. Do you have a message for them?
Oh, look, no, for us it's about making sure we get our own preparation right. I mean, they're a wonderful team. They've proven that for 7 years. They showed their championship qualities in Game 2. We're in a situation now where it's do or die. We've got to come with our best performance, and I'm excited about the challenge, and I know the guys are, so we'll see what happens. I'm confident that if we play to our potential, then we give ourselves the best opportunity to try and win a game of football.
Is Birdie 100% guaranteed of Wednesday?
Oh, look, he's another one that we've got to closely monitor. He ran well today at training, so we're hoping that he'll pull up okay tomorrow. We'll run him again on Sunday. If he's all right on Sunday, he should be good to go.
Harry, how will Josh Reynolds' role change now with Robbie playing 30 minutes?
Yeah, well, that's something that we have to consider. And it all depends on the makeup of our bench. It's something that we have to consider now. It was quite easy if Gal and Birdie were there, what everyone's roles were going to be, but now this changes it somewhat. So I'll have some discussions with my coaching staff and Bozo, and we'll sort of determine which way we want to go.
Loz, what's your mindset? Because I'm sure this is gutting news for you. I mean, how have you been able to regroup after this news this morning?
Oh, look, for me, it's about being positive, and I'm just excited about the challenge. I think, as an ex-footballer, you know that these type of things can happen. You just got to move on with it. We feel for Gal, but it's a challenge, and when you want something really badly, it comes down to how much you want it. And our guys, they'll be excited, they'll be keen. We know we've got to play well. We've got to play a lot better than what we did in Game 2. And look, we'll be ready to go, and I'm sure Queensland will, and it'll probably be an epic Origin counter, and one that we can sit back in later years and say, geez, I was a part of that game. But it's a terrific opportunity for both states. Queensland are looking to continue on their record run, and we're looking to stop them. So we'll see what happens.
Sorry, were you expecting this to happen? I mean, you knew he was a long shot from the start.
Oh, look, I thought he may have been right given the indications that he was giving me, but I had some doubt when he rang me at about 10 to 8 this morning. He came and saw me and said that he wasn't real confident in his leg, and I said, well, we'll go and have a bit of a run and see where you're at, and you might be able to put your mind at ease. So when he ran, it didn't feel great. He could feel it, so there was no point sort of prolonging the agony. So we together decided that that was in the best interest of the team, and we need to push forward.
And do you feel like it's beneficial kind of 4 or 5 days out to make that decision so everyone kind of wrap their head around, the task without Gallen?
Yeah, and I think it's a selfless act, and I think that shows how much they care. Glenn Stewart did it before game 1, and now Gal's done it in game 3. It's about putting the team first, and if you're not right, being able to deliver that use is tough. But for any team to have success, you've got to have the individuals buying into a team first policy, and that's what our guys do.
So he definitely ruled himself out, you said.
Yeah. Oh, look, he wanted to be given till Sunday, but when we spoke about it and went through it with the doctor and myself, there was no way that he was going to improve enough between now and game day. So I just thought in the best interest, after talking to Gal, that we just make the right decision, and it is the right decision, because if he was to go out there and re-injure it, could be season, could be 6 weeks, and he could injure himself in the first minute, and all of a sudden you're down on your interchanges. So it was something that we needed to consider, and we did that. And I think we've just got to move forward.
I guess it was on a good time when he was getting scans yesterday. So.
Yeah, he's he was getting scans, and he's had a tough time of it, Gal, in terms of injuries lately. So, and anyone that knows him knows how much pulling on the blue jersey means. And for him not to have that opportunity in a series decider has cut him pretty deeply. So he's not feeling great at the moment.
So what was the issue was the injury is the ligament under the foot, right? So he couldn't put pressure on the ball of his foot?
Yeah, I think it's just when you go to take off and maybe accelerate and put some power through your foot. He just didn't have it. He could get through okay, but he was still feeling it. So, and after looking at the scan yesterday, they weren't confident that he'd be right, and it sort of proved that today with his running session.